TikTok. Let's get on the other platforms so we can get this. Hallelujah. Welcome to another prosperity moment. I'm Clarice Miner, your prosperity strategist. Listen, this just give me 10 minutes of your time this evening so we can talk about how you can get your finances in alignment with with the Lord, right? Get your finances in alignment with the Lord. So today we're talking about more specifically tithing. So I know that, many of you out there, you're probably wondering, right? You're probably wondering, I'm giving my tithes and offering. I trust God with all my heart and I lean on his understanding, not mine, but I still feel like prosperity is far from me. I still feel like the windows of heaven are not open. And every time I see or feel like those windows of heaven are opening, it's like I'm hitting the glass wall. Is that you? Is that something that you've been thinking about? Is that something that you've been feeling? You and your spouse have been thinking about and feeling like you just every time you see the ray of sunshine, something comes in and blocks it. Well, I want to talk to you about what it may be, what may be causing you to what may be blocking you from getting and receiving that overflow that the prophet Malachi said that God promised in Malachi 3:5-7. So it's not that your faith is weak. Don't let anyone tell you that your faith is weak. It's not that you're not doing enough. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not doing enough. Don't even let anyone tell you that you're not giving enough. You are giving what you're giving, and don't let anyone pressure you into giving more. But here's what I want you to do. In Luke 6:38, it talks about the pressing down, the shaking, and the running over will men give unto you. I want to talk to you about that. You might need to sit down, take a step back, sit down, relax, and look at your finances. So these are three things that I want you to start doing. And let me tell you, when you start doing these three things, I promise you, you will start seeing the overflow that God wants you and your family to live. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to start budgeting. If you don't budget, if you don't take time out of your week, out of your month to look at your finances, I want you to start doing that today. And here's why. I want you to start doing it because you have to know where the money is going. You are currently living in overflow right now, but you don't see it because you don't know where it's going. You may be saying, I know where it's going, Clarice. It's going to my bills. It's going to take care of my kids. It's going to my debts. It's going to all these things. But I want you to take an even closer look. Take an even closer look at your finances with a budget so you can see exactly where your money is going. It could be going to late fees, those that $50 per expense and late fees. That could, if you have 4 late fees in 1 month, that is $100 that's taking out of your overflow. Can you imagine? So this is what I want you to do. Sit down, take a look at it. Take a look at it. Sit down, get your spreadsheet. A budget is way more than just a spreadsheet. It is so much more than a spreadsheet. It is you saying, I need to know what's going on. Why am I not? I have the income. I'm giving all that I can give, but I don't see the overflow. Take a look at your budget and find out where it's going. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to go to your bank and open up 4 new accounts. These 4 accounts are your another checking account for your expenses, Okay. Open a checking account for just for your expenses. Like everything that's in there is coming out. Everything that goes in there is only for your monthly expenses. Okay. I want you to open up a savings account. That savings account is for all of your emergencies, all emergencies. So the recommended amount is 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. So whatever you live off, whatever you need to live, that is what your emergency account is for. So that includes your rent, that includes your rent or mortgage, that includes your utility bills, your cell phone bills, even your subscriptions like Netflix. If you got cable, I don't know who has cable nowadays, but if you have cable, your water bill, all those expenses that you need, food, monthly food bills, all those expenses that you need in order for you and your family to still thrive. All right. And then the fourth thing I want you to open, I'm sorry, your third account I want you to open is a giving account. You need a giving account. I know you're saying, Clarice, I give tithes and offering, but you want to have a giving account so this, let's say, for example, someone's birthday comes up and it's someone that you just met and you care about and you just like, oh, I want to do something really nice for them. That giving account is for that. That you have friends that have all kinds of nonprofits, or you know, you just want to do something extra nice for someone. That account is for that. Okay, so you got your emergency account, you got your expense account, and you have your giving account, and the last thing is your future investment account. This account is for any future investments that you want to acquire, because what the main goal is that you're reducing your liabilities or your expenses and increasing your assets. Assets are money that flow to you, not away from you. So liabilities are monies that flow away from you. Assets is monies that flow into you. Okay, so those are the first two things I want you to start doing. And then the third thing I want you to start doing is, don't get me wrong, I know you got some things you want to accomplish, but start paying yourself first. Give yourself an allowance every month. I know you're probably saying, Clarice, I'm way too old to be giving myself an allowance. But guess what? If you have an allowance, not only are you making sure that you are taking care of self, but you're also enjoying the fruits of your labor. God doesn't bless us for us not to enjoy what he has given us. But the blessings, like I said yesterday, the blessings must flow through you to other people. That's why we have the giving account. That's why we have the expense account. That's why we have the savings account. That's why we have the emergency account, because everything is being taken care of while you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. All right. I know you may already be burnt out. You know, that paying yourself first is going to prevent you from getting financially burnt out. And I call financially burnt out is when you are constantly just paying off that, and you keep hitting that glass ceiling, and you're not getting anywhere, and you're giving your tithes and offering, you're giving all these things, but you keep hitting that glass ceiling, and now you feeling burnt out because you're not taking care of self. That's what the allowance is for. It's for you to pay yourself so you don't get financially burnt out. So you may be saying, Clarice, I'm already burnt out. Everything just seems to be piling up on me because I feel like nothing is moving. Nothing is going in the right direction. And I understand. But if you follow these 3 tips that I'm giving you this evening, I promise you will start to feel like I am in overflow. I am living in overflow. Remember what Jesus spoke about in Luke 6:38. He said, give and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together to make room for more. And the reason why you're not seeing more, because you have to do some pressing down. You have to do some shaking. And that is what the tips that I've given you tonight is going to help you do. It's going to have you, the budget is going to have you shaking things up, because now you're cleaning things out. You're looking for that overflow that God has said that you are living in right now. So you're shaking things up and you're pressing down. The pressing down is you opening up the accounts and making room, telling these monies where they're going to go, not where it wants to go. So the opening of the four accounts is the pressing down and giving every dollar a purpose. Every dollar that flows into your account should always have a purpose. I don't care what that purpose is. It needs to have a purpose. And if it's just if it just goes into your account and pays bill, it has a purpose, but it's not a purpose that you're giving it. So we want to have control over your finances. We want to start taking control over your finances, and we do that by giving it a purpose and having a strategy on what it's going to do. So after doing all these two things, you will start seeing the overflow. If you are ready to start transforming your finances and start receiving the overflow that God desires for you to live in right now, let's not wait until we're dead. Let's not wait until you're old and you're ready to retire. It might be too late. Let's start living in overflow today. Let's start living in overflow today. Prosperity is not just about, I'm over my time, but prosperity is not just about you. It's not just about making more money, having more money, and growing more assets. Prosperity is about you having peace while you're transforming your finances. So these three tips is going to help you get that peace, enjoy the overflow while you live in it. God bless you. You have an amazing day. Oh, I want to say one more thing. I will be back on Monday. I will be back on Monday between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. So be on the lookout for next week's prosperity moment. God bless you and have a good day. For real this time.